A couple of days ago, the National Weather Service issued a geomagnetic storm warning. Earth's magnetic field got all stirred up, and a lot of people said they felt it. Some felt totally drained and kept nodding off. Others felt so desperate they just wanted to make out with someone. Some people felt down and didn't want to go to work. And others had a sudden surge of hormones and wanted to go one-on-one. But honestly, the effects of a geomagnetic storm on us humans are pretty minor. It messes with electronics way more. For example, some people notice their games getting laggy, or certain websites they like to visit. You know, the fun ones. Wouldn't load anymore. Also, cell phone call quality took a hit, and some people even reported that their calls got crossed. One guy called his girlfriend and a dude picked up. Yeah, this geomagnetic storm really did a number on things. At this point, someone might say, "Da wrong, the geomagnetic storm was days ago. Why are you just now jumping on the bandwagon?" Well, you know, the geomagnetic storm gave me procrastination. That's why I waited until today. A geomagnetic storm is basically the sun having a little freak out, blasting out a bunch of high-energy charged particles that hit Earth's magnetic field and disrupt it. It's a normal astronomical phenomenon. But as everyone knows, whenever you put the word super in front of something, it means the deluxe version. Like super wizard, super healer, or super smarty pants. This time, it was a super geomagnetic storm, which happens when the sun just happens to be pointing right at Earth and blasts out a coronal mass ejection. It was intense. Basically, the sun sneezed directly, right in Earth's face. So you can see, while the sun gives us light and heat, one sun is enough. More than one is too much. The opposite would be certain species that dehydrate easily, with 3 suns serving a single planet. That's way more luck than anyone needs. As we all know, Earth's magnetic field protects life from the solar wind. It's like a built-in game perk for Earth Online. Without the magnetic field, the game would shut down. Our Earth may look full of life now, vibrant and thriving. But in its earliest version, it was a scorching hot ball of magma, with magma flowing like a complete maniac. If I had to describe it in one sentence, it's like Wu Zetian dying. Her husband losing his mind. Later, in a patch update, the outer part of the Earth gradually cooled, forming the crust. And then some early single-celled life appeared, like this funky little thing here, called cyanobacteria, which has survived from Earth Online's early version all the way to now. And the brand new version of Earth Online turned down the oxygen levels, deleted the dinosaurs, shrunk the bugs, boosted the mammals a bit, and gave one particular group, the terrifying upright apes, a new skill tree focused on intelligence plus electricity. That's how we got to grow and thrive. But even though the surface has cooled down through updates, Earth's inner core is still a blazing 6,000 degrees Celsius. 6,000 degrees. It brings to mind August 6, 1945 in Hiroshima. That day, the weather went from sunny to partly cloudy to mushroom cloud. Temperatures ranged from 15 to 6,000 degrees. It's the extremely hot core of the Earth that keeps moving, generating electric currents. And those currents create the magnetic field. So if Earth's core ever cooled down, the magnetic field would disappear. Without the magnetic field to deflect them, whether you're tall or short, pretty or ugly, fat or skinny, you'd get zapped by high-energy charged particles and then rejoin the carbon cycle. We'd all be cooked, basically. Also, the solar wind would gradually blow away the atmosphere. Without the atmosphere, Earth can't hold on to its water. And over time, it'd turn into our buddy Mars. Turn into Mars. For a 4.6 billion-year-old kid, that would be a huge psychological trauma. A long time ago, there was an American movie called The Core. It's about Earth's core cooling and solidifying, the magnetic field weakening, and the main characters driving a drill ship all the way down to the core to drop a few nukes in there, hoping the explosions would get the core moving again. The first part of the movie was pretty good, but the final solution was complete nonsense. If you really tried to do that, there are 2 problems. First, humans can't get to the core. And second, well, the core, humans can't get there. We talked about this in an earlier episode. Drilling into the Earth looks hard, but it's actually not simple at all. Earth's radius is over 6,000 kilometers. The deeper you go, the higher the pressure and temperature. The deepest hole humans have ever drilled is less than 13 kilometers. If you shrunk Earth down to the size of a globe, that hole would only be about 0.1 millimeters deep. So we really can only scratch the surface. And even a nuke couldn't get the core spinning again. That movie came out in 2003, when people generally overestimated the power of nukes. If one nuke won't work, then I'll drop 10. Surely that would get the core moving, right? That's just too much imagination. It's like how I often think to myself, right now I make $3,000 a month. If I could multiply that by 10 to $30,000 a month, then I'd be living in the same neighborhood as Jack Ma, right? We mentioned in a previous episode about terraforming Mars, that even Wang Duoyu wouldn't invest in a project like that. But after the magnetic field disappears, it might actually work. In simple terms, you place an artificial magnetic satellite at the Lagrange point between the Sun and Earth, so that Earth is always in the magnetic shield zone behind it. Is there any investment group interested in this plan? I'll draw up a detailed proposal. But actually, the cooling of Earth's core is an extremely slow process, so slow that it might take billions of years to fully cool down. So there's really no need to worry. Besides, Earth might not even last until it fully cools down. We've mentioned before, in about 5 billion years, the sun will turn into a red giant. It'll gradually expand and eventually swallow Earth. If humanity can't relocate to another planet by then, we'll have to take Earth with us and wander. Only 5 billion years left. Not much time. Hit like, and may you be surprised once more.